Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Quarantine with Rosh. And today we have Umaid Asif and Usama Mir. So both of them just played recently for Karachi Kings. They're both from Pakistan. So we're gonna talk to both of them and also have a battle between both of them. So we'll see how it goes. So welcome to Quarantine with Rosh. Hopefully the lockdown hasn't been too bad for you guys, in Pakistan. But we have both Karachi boys in the house. We have Umaid Asif and Usama Mir. So let's first talk about kind of this quarantine situation. So how's the situation in Pakistan right now? Who wants to start on their input?
Situation, I think it's a bit better than the rest of the world. There are not much cases, but they are increasing in numbers day by day. But the thing is, people need to understand as soon as possible because it is really contagious. I was reading an article today
Yeah.
how contagious it is. So if you are in a meeting or you are in somewhere in a gathering, it's gonna spread. So it's
Yeah.
better that you lock down yourself or isolate yourself, keep social distancing and stuff.
Anything to add, Usama?
Yeah, just we have to realize that this issue is very serious. So I think uh, for all the peoples, we just stay home. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in America, so we have the most amount of cases, and it's like a ridiculous amount. The way it's in just 2 weeks, the numbers, the way it's increasing is like crazy. But there, are you guys allowed to, go out? Like, how is that situation? Here, you can go out. Everything is closed besides grocery stores, mail, and like certain businesses. So some people are going to offices depending on what the business is. But how is it there? What is allowed and what's not allowed?
Uh, Food places food places and some departmental
The
stores.
grocery stores,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, grocery stores and everything. So you guys are still kind of allowed to move. Yeah, here,
Yeah.
in America, it depends on where you're living. There are places where everything is locked down. I think if, there's a lot of cases, and there's places where the restaurants are still open. Like where I live, you can't go to a restaurant. I think you can do like takeout or anything like that. So during the quarantine, what have you guys been doing so far besides, regular practice or like, any training you're doing at home? Is there anything you guys have done that you haven't done in a long time, watching any new shows or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm doing workout,
I
working
can't
out
hear you properly. It's
in home.
cutting off.
So uh, I can't. You can't get satisfied in working out in home.
Hmm.
So we need training in ground, gym session. So just little bit, just doing working out in the home, like just to pump up my body. And I couldn't get any practice, any chance to do any practice. So just a little bit physical, training. What I'm doing in the home right now.
Okay. Anything? So what my question was that during these quarantine days, what have you been doing besides, any training or any type of, home workouts or anything? Is there anything you've done that's different? Any new shows you've watched or something you haven't done in a long time? Cooking or
Yeah,
anything like that?
yeah, exactly. Cooking and watching Netflix movies. That's the Punjabi movies. So that's only these things are just I'm doing in this quarantine.
Okay. And then Umaid,
Yeah.
would you like to add what you've been doing?
I've been doing reg Yeah, I've been, regularly doing improvising training, like whatever I've got, the bands, if I don't have weights, I'll pick up my daughter, ask her to get on my shoulders, and I'll do squats.
Okay.
and keep a regular routine about it.
Yeah.
I'm lucky that I have a park nearby, so I'll do the running stuff over there when I'll see there's not much people over there.
Yeah.
So I've been in touch with training.
Okay. So now let's get started and talk a little bit about cricket. So I'm gonna go one by one and then ask some questions for both as well. So this question's for Umaid. You've played for Peshawar Zalmi as well. Which franchise do you prefer? So Karachi Kings or
That's a
Zalmi?
Tough question.
that's a question I've got a lot. I haven't answered it yet because
Come
I
on, you
think
have to answer it here.
no, I think I've loved Karachi Kings. Honestly, Peshawar had different feeling. I have different feeling in Karachi.
Yeah.
I can express myself more in Karachi, I guess. I got I played in Peshawar. I had seniors over there, so it's like they picked me up. They have their separate place in my heart, and
Yeah.
now with Karachi, I've represented Karachi and played with them. So I loved it. So I love
Okay.
playing. It's PSL that I love.
Yeah.
So and both the franchise gave me proper chance, and the rest is you can see.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is for Usama. So in 2017, you took 3 wickets in the eliminator round against Islamabad. Do you remember whose 3 wickets you took?
Yeah, the first wicket I got Asif Ali, then Shadab Khan, the next ball Muhammad Sami.
Yep. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. So now a question for both. So we'll start with Umaid. So how was your experience sharing the dressing room with Babar Azam, right? So Babar Azam right now is in the top 5 in each format, #1 T20 player. So kind of how was that experience? Being a youngster himself, there's a long way. He has a long career ahead of himself. So how was that experience? So we'll start with Umaid and then work over to Usama.
It's like he's the Pakistan team captain as well, and the #1 batsman, across formats. So we had that confidence in our team that Babar is there. Even if whatever total we are chasing or whatever total we are thinking of setting, we had that thing that we had Babar, and who is gonna take us through, and we got Sharjeel as well alongside him, who's gonna blast a few, a short innings or maybe a big one. So we had that confidence in both of them.
Okay. So now, Usama, any dressing room stories or any team stories when you guys were out? I know you guys did a lot of outings. So any stories involving Babar or anything like that?
Yeah, Babar joined Karachi Kings in second PSL. So I was with him through second PSL. So what I learned from him, I learned from him like a patient and what he showed in the batting. He had lot of patience, and he's a very hard worker guy. He set his aim and work on his aim. So I just learned him. So just set a goal and make an aim and just work hard for achieve this thing. So
Okay.
what I learned, that's a patient.
Patience. Yeah. No, that's really important. So the next question for Umid. What is the secret behind your Superman celebration? Like, where did that come from?
Actually, it's Iron Man celebration.
Oh, okay. So where did that come from?
The thing, I loved that character, like Iron Man, and the actor who does that role, Robert Downing Jr. I've read about his life struggles and how he came out of everything, every hardship. It's kind of I feels like I've been through a lot like that, and I've come out of it. And people at times in the heart when you get hardships, you play victim to it. I don't think that should be the case. You should be you think positive about it, come out as a winner.
Mhm.
And that's where I got that feeling that I should be doing some celebration. And I had skins I brought from England.
Yeah.
So I was in my room thinking, what should I do? So I just just clicked my mind, let's do the celebration. Everyone does it, so it's just for the colored kids cricket, not for the white kid. So
Okay.
because it's for this these celebrations are for the crowd and for the
Yeah.
viewers.
Yeah. No, it's definitely cool
That's why
and
I did
unique.
it.
So do you always wear the Iron shirt whenever you're playing all the matches in PSL underneath?
Yeah, obviously I've got around 8 to 10
Wow.
t-shirts.
No, that's definitely, I mean, it's definitely one of the more unique celebrations. So pretty cool.
Yeah,
So now for
thanks.
Usama Mir, what's been your most memorable Karachi Kings experience? You've been with them, for seasons now. So what's been your most memorable experience that you can remember?
So the second PSL, I played with Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Javardne, Chris Gale, Karen Pollard, Shoaib Malik, so Mohammad Amir as well. So these players are the legends. So that in that PSL, I was second highest wicket taker overall and number one in the spinner. So that PSL for me was very memorable, and I give a lot of match-winning performance to Karachi Kings, especially against Zalmi, about last over against Shahid Afridi. So that year was memorable.
Okay. Okay, so now this is a question for Umid. So this is actually something Majid Bhai wanted me to ask you. So back in club cricket in Lahore, in Model Town Cricket Club, do you have any good memories with Nawab Sab? So I'm not too
Good
sure much
memories.
details in that, but any good memories?
There are a lot, like in the beginning, yeah, wherever I, gave the trials, the selectors were like in awe when they had a first look at me, but
Yeah.
nobody selected me. So I went to my manager, he's Nawab Sab, Mansoor
Okay.
Hayat Khan Sab. I asked him, what's the problem? He said, I'm not going to get you into any team unless you don't get hit for only one boundary in 10 overs. And
Okay.
look at your uncle. He only gives away two boundaries max in 10 overs. And
Hmm.
you give away two boundaries in the first over. So that's where I worked harder on. And that the first 2 years, I didn't know what to do. In third year, when I started working harder and harder, and I got a permanent member of the club 11,
Hmm.
that's where he was like, now you are the one. I'm gonna talk to you other people about you, and let you give trials and everything.
Great. So for Usama, how was your experience in GT20? Was that one of your first kind of international tours? How did that experience go?
I played a lot of leagues. I played BPL, GT20. I played
Yeah.
CPL. So first time when I picked for BPL, so I was like uh, I was like very happy or excited to play for BPL because that was my first international league as a
Hmm.
pro. So what I learned from different leagues when you play play as a pro. So your mindset and your mentally approach like different when you play in the domestic. So it's like I enjoyed every league, especially in CPL. I really enjoyed in CPL as a pro and as a different country league.
Yeah.
So it's like it's T20 is like a fun. So that's why I really like T20.
So would you say CPL was your favorite league besides PSL that you played? Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So
it's
now
more fun.
these are going to be questions for both of you. So we'll start off with Umid. What is your normal fitness routine like? Not during a quarantine, but usually, normally, kind of what is it like? How much time do you usually spend just working out? And then how much time do you spend practicing, kind of in the nets?
It's like in the gym, I'm like I spend like 2 to 3 hours. and in practice I spent 2 hours.
Okay. And
So
then
it's
Usama?
like in when I'm in the gym. Yeah.
I hired before PSL. I had a professional trainer, so I worked with her. Um, so I like spent 2 hours in gym, and then rest of time I just spent on National Cricket Academy. So that's my was my routine. So I just woke up at 9 at 10. So I just went for gym 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Then
Mhm.
straight away gym to practice. Then for like 3 or 4 hours I spent in the National Cricket Academy.
Okay. So now, how did it feel having PSL fully in Pakistan this year? So kind of how is that feeling, for it to all the matches to be, in Pakistan, how was that experience? So let's start off with Usama.
Yeah, before the quarantine, before this stupid virus thing, so it was very energetic, very
Yeah.
like electric cloud. So we really enjoyed in Pakistan. So let's hope we can play inshallah very soon.
Yeah.
Right. So the thing is, for by PSL coming back to Pakistan, people know how it feels to, what we felt when we went to the stadium and saw Wasim Bhai, Vicky Bhai, Shoaib Akhtar, and everyone playing live in front of us. So that's the feeling which Pakistanis missed for
Mhm.
like 10 years. And
Exactly.
I think that's the feeling that makes that, puts the passion inside the youngsters and children to, represent their country when they see how good it feels and the passion in the players. Even when we are playing, uh, when the crowd is there, it's like a totally different feeling.
Yeah. No, I think it's wonderful. I mean, especially for Pakistan, like in the past year, them getting so much cricket, international cricket, all of PSL. So I think it definitely has been a great experience for them. But now, unfortunately, yeah, PSL was the absolute last cricket that happened before this virus thing started. Before semifinals and finals getting canceled, those were the last matches that happened. I remember waking up the morning of for the semifinals or like the night before, seeing that it's been postponed, and I was just like, I thought maybe the final would have happened and then there would have been no cricket, but yeah, that was very unfortunate. So hopefully everything
Yeah,
comes back soon and
yeah,
cricket
exactly.
comes
That's
back
what everyone
soon.
thought.
Honestly, I was so upset. I was like, this
Yeah,
is
hopefully.
great. Like, at that point I lost hope for IPL even. I'm like, I don't think IPL is gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah,
So but
it
how,
is.
so that the last matches you guys, were a part of, how did it feel from going to crowds to no crowds? Because PSL was the one tournament where, they had those matches where you had crowds and they had, all the precautions, making sure everyone was sanitized, hand washing and everything, and then going to absolute no crowds. So how was that?
Uh,
So with the
So
yeah
Usama first.
with
yeah,
yeah,
bolo.
so without crowd it was like I played a match. It's like an empty plot in my hometown. So it's just I feel like the practice game. So it's like I'm playing a match in the empty plot. That's so
Yeah.
no feeling, no no push with the crowd, with the environment. You feel push. You feel something like when you want to express yourself. That doesn't feel like without crowd.
Okay. Umaid.
Uh, there was an advantage that you could hear the captain easily when there was no crowd. when he was, otherwise he would be like doing this everywhere, and everyone was like, pass the message on to the other player. So
Yeah.
that was the only advantage. But
and
you could. It was like the practice game. They
Mhm.
felt like practice games. You
yeah.
Yeah.
didn't get that. Feeling that it's a competitive game or something, but when it got uh, tense, then you felt the pressure.
Okay.
So in the empty ground, so something happened between Muhammad Amir and Phil Salt. So Phil starts swear at Muhammad Amir. So it's like he swear very slowly, and literally everyone heard the voice, and even umpire. So umpire said to him, "Don't swear. It's an empty ground."
You hear everything, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, now we're gonna play a quick game of who will be the quarantine king. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions related to karachikings and also just Pakistani cricket. And I guess the best way, I don't know, if you know the answer, just raise your hand first. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
no,
play a
I
quick game of who's gonna be quarantine king. So I'm gonna ask you guys a few questions. It'll be related to Karachi Kings and also just Pakistani cricket. So if you know the answer or have a guess or something, just raise your hand first, because that'll be the easiest way for me to, I guess, pick who can answer. So the first question, which player is the leading run scorer for Karachi Kings?
The video is stuck and I can't hear you guys.
Okay, well, Usama
Right.
Usama.
Babar
What's the answer?
Azam.
Yes. So Usama gets 1 point. Let me
Babar
track
Azam.
that. Yes. Okay.
Actually, I wasn't able to.
Okay, now I'll make sure after the question if both of you guys have heard it, because Usama got the advantage.
Hello.
Okay.
I just came back. I didn't even hear
I
the first question. It was off.
I'm sorry. I guess unfortunate advantage Usama took there. Okay.
Okay.
Next question. I'll make sure you guys hear the question. Okay. In the
Alright.
first ever PSL match for Karachi Kings against Lahore Qalandars, who took a hat trick?
Muhammad
Okay.
Amir.
I raised the hand first.
Yeah, he gets
I
the.
raise a
You
hand.
can't raise your hand, and I have to tell you to answer the question. Okay, he gets the points. So raise your hand first, and then I'll say your name. I have to be the one who says who raised their.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1-1. It's a tie.
आंसर नहीं बोलना फर्क.
Okay. मैंने raise किया हुआ था ऐसी hand.
हाँ,
मैंने किया हुआ था
raise किया
but
था.
answer नहीं बोलना था. Okay. Next question. Who is the only Pakistani player in PSL to win a Player of the Series? And which edition? That's a bonus point. Umaid. So Umaid, answer yeah.
Kamran Akmal.
Do you remember which edition? Which year?
Which year? Yeah. I know.
2018.
Can I tell you?
So yeah,
Can I tell you?
year you can tell me.
Second PSL 2017.
Yes. Okay,
Oh,
that's
no,
1-1.
I was say 70.
Yeah, you almost said it. Who is the leading PSL wicket taker? So overall, Umaid.
Wahab Riaz.
Yes.
I raised my hand.
You raised it like 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Karachi Kings was the most expensive team until which franchise was sold in 2017? So that's Usama. Usama?
Yeah.
Yes, please answer.
The most Karachi Kings. Akswal Pit से करना.
Okay, Umaid.
That's cheap.
मैंने पहले याद करा.
नहीं, Umaid.
No.
Yes.
Multan Sultans.
Yes.
No, मुझे सवाल की समझ नहीं आई. मैंने वैसे ही हाथ खड़ा कर दिया. मैंने
हाँ तो तुमने पहले ऐसे हाथ खड़ा कर दिया पहले.
हाँ. Okay. National Stadium is Karachi Kings' home stadium. What is the approximate capacity of the people that can be held in the stadium? So I'll take a ballpark figure. Yes. Umaid.
35,000.
Why don't you take a guess as well? So we'll see who's just closer.
25,000.
No, it's actually 34,300. So Umaid gets that one. Okay. So now next question. Right now Umaid's taking the lead, so Usama, you need to catch up. Who has the most wickets ever for Pakistan in the T20 format? T20 format. Okay, Usama.
Shahid Afridi.
Okay. Last question for this.
Yes, I am.
So it's 3-4 right now. 3-4. Who has taken the most catches for Pakistan in the T20 format?
Any
Most
wicket keeper?
catches.
It's gone.
I'm not answering any questions. Most catches for Pakistan in a T20 format.
Hello.
Umaid, are you able to hear us?
Yes, now I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I asked who has taken the most catches for Pakistan in the T20 format?
Yeah.
Umaid,
Can
were you able to
you?
hear? Oh God. Yes, Usama.
Umar Akmal.
No. Umaid.
Shoaib Malik.
Yes. Do you know how many?
50 plus, I think.
50 exactly. So I'll give it to you. So our quarantine king on Quarantine with Rosh is Umaid Asif. Won the title.
Congratulations, Maddie bhai.
Yeah. It's a big achievement.
Huh?
Yeah.
Despite the one faulty question, but okay. Quick rapid fire round. So I'm gonna either ask you a quick question or I'm gonna give you two options. So first we'll have Umaid, favorite movie.
Okay. Favorite movie? I forgot.
Yeah.
That's
Huh?
too.
Clearly
too
a
many.
favorite movie.
There's too many. Oh yeah, Green Mile
Green Mile. Okay. Usama,
and
favorite movie.
7
Oh.
Pounds. Pursuit of Happiness.
DDLJ.
Yeah.
Usama,
Yeah, DDLJ.
DDLJ, classic. Okay. Phone call or text? Which do you prefer? Umaid.
Call.
Call?
Text.
Usama? Text, yeah.
Phone call.
Me
Text.
too.
Phone
Pancakes or waffles? Usama?
Waffles.
Waffles?
Pancakes.
Pancakes. Rivalry. Nihari or biryani? Umaid? So options were Nihari or biryani. Favorite food?
Biryani.
Biryani?
I love
Usama?
biryani. अब biryani अभी फिर मैं biryani खाने जा रहा हूँ थोड़ी देर में.
I thought no diet right now.
So when जब biryani बनती है ना, so no diet.
Okay. Favorite destination, Umaid?
I haven't been to there yet. I mean, I
Okay.
want to. Greece and Italy.
Greece and I've been to both, and they're definitely very pretty. Italy, I'm not sure if I want to go to anytime soon again. Maybe after things just calm down a bit.
Obviously.
But both are very beautiful.
So अभी तक के लिए right now my favorite place was Saint Kitts.
Okay. I haven't been, so yeah. Obviously, anywhere in the islands are beautiful scenes.
Caribbean, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Favorite food. So all-time favorite food, Umaid.
Mutton chops. Shinwari mutton chops.
Okay. Usama?
Biryani.
Loves his biryani.
Can't resist.
Okay. And then lastly, favorite cheat food. So जब भी कोई cheat का मौका हो, what is your favorite cheat meal? Umaid?
Cheat meal. मेरे लिए तो कुछ भी cheat meal नहीं है because I can eat anything and not gain. So cheat. I would. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go. I think it is breaking up a little bit. Usama, what's your favorite cheat meal?
I have lot of cheat
Pura
meals.
diet ही cheat meal.
Like I can eat anything. Like I can eat pizza, burger, a dessert. So मैं पागल हो जाता हूँ. I go mad for desserts. So
What's your favorite dessert?
molten lava cake. I love molten lava.
Okay. Yeah, my bad. I guess we lost Umaid for a bit. So what were you saying about your you said you can eat but anything really, but I guess what is your favorite dessert?
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to have like cheap
Uh,
desserts,
Gulab jamun, chocolate,
Jalebi,
mousse
jalebi.
cake, chocolate mousse cake, cheesecake, anything sweet. I love dessert. You know, you can even if you have got full tummy, you can make space for desserts.
yeah. No,
Yeah, exactly.
I've been trying to cut off because dessert is definitely a weakness. I tried chocolate faluda for the first time when I was in Manchester, and I've never had faluda ever, but because it was chocolate and she accidentally gave it to me, I asked for ice cream and she gave me faluda. So I had chocolate faluda and it was in a
It's
Pakistani restaurant, but it was very good,
Oh,
like very, very
right.
good. So yeah, I hope to come to
Yeah.
Pakistan soon,
My
maybe
missus
try
been
some foods.
since I've got my missus to the Faluda shop. She's like,
Yeah,
I want to have it for every day.
really? I know, I think I need to
Yeah,
make some. It's been a while since I've had, but chocolate, I had Ferrero Rocher chocolate faluda. It was like the best drink ever. It was so good. So good.
right.
You have to try it. If you ever see any shop that has like Ferrero Rocher faluda, best
Yeah,
faluda.
sure, sure,
probably
definitely.
next time when we go to England.
Yeah, for sure. So I definitely want to say thank you guys. It was really fun. Hope you guys had fun as well. Continue staying
Yes,
safe.
we did. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Hopefully this
so much. Thank you so
quarantine
much.
gets over soon. So thank you guys.
Inshallah. Thank you. Thank you.
Inshallah.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.